Hi everyone, it is October 1st and I'm so sorry. I know I just said in July. Is it October 1st? I said in August. Okay, so I just said in August that I was gonna start doing monthly newsletter updates, and man oh man, however I did mean that. I meant that in my heart of hearts. But the way that life is set up, it's not always super possible. But the good thing is that in August, I spent half of the month of August in the United States. So if we are friends on Facebook, then you got to see a lot of that. We came home the 17th of August, and we had a women's Bible study in my home on the 28th. And between that, there were some discipleship classes. There was a vigilia that I did with my church. They asked me to lead worship and teach the congregation some new songs. So I taught them some new songs, and now those songs have been added to our church rotation. So that was the month of August. Really, really beautiful, great time. And now we are in October 1st, so I'm going to quickly recap the month of September for you. September was beautiful as well. So on oh my gosh, I have news. Oh, I should have brought it so I could show you. Okay, so September 12th, we went upriver for the second time. We went to Ushpayaku again. We have, which is just a sweet little city. It's a little town, a little community. It's precious to us for a majority of reasons, but we, the missionaries that I serve under actually started the work that is there. They built a training facility. It's still being built. But we went on September 12th. We stayed for 3 days, and we did what is called an orality conference. So in an orality conference, what you do is each teacher or presenter, as we're called, memorizes a story from the Bible, and then you present that story to, in this case it was the Candoshi. So we had a translator who was translating from Spanish into Candoshi, and then from Candoshi into Spanish for us when we did questions and things like that. I'm so sorry, this is kind of like so crooked, but so my story was the story of the woman who had great faith, the woman who was not Jewish. The Lord said to her, God has only sent me to the lost tribes of Israel. And she says, well, even the dogs eat the crumbs that fall from the tables of their masters. And Jesus says, wow, your faith is just fantastic. Your daughter's been healed. She was suffering with a demon. Your daughter's been healed. Go home. And so she goes home and her daughter's healed. And so after the story time, we have 5 questions that we ask. And the questions are, what did you like about the story? What didn't you like about the story? What did you learn about God? What did you learn about man? And what is it that you feel the Lord is speaking to you about through this story? And so I just wanted to take some time to share just some of the awesome responses that we got. So one lady, I mean, keep in mind, this is one of the 83 people groups on the indigenous people groups on the Amazon River that up until now have not had contact with the gospel, but the Candoshi have been being discipled, and there are some strong believers among the Candoshi. And she just shared a story about there's a lot of witchcraft in their society, and then there was a time when they were going to, as a community, go and pray for a neighbor because he had gotten really sick and was on the verge of death. And as they were on their way to go pray for him, her son got very sick and was on the verge of death. And her neighbors were telling her, this is witchcraft. The only way that this is going to be reversed is if you go to a witch doctor and let the witch doctor cure your son. And she says, I don't care what happens. If I'm not taking my son to a witch doctor, that's just not going to happen. We are Christians and we're believing in the will of the Lord. And she says, if my son dies, it is the will of God, but I will not take him to a witch doctor. And just to hear those kinds of things and know, like, that is the impact that the gospel is having. Just come on, you can't beat it. So if I remember, I will be inserting some clips of the Candoshi singing, some pictures from that time, just so you guys can get to experience that. And I just want to say thank you, because it is by your support that we are able to go out and do these things.